This is Companies House Finland's guide to registering a company in Finland. In some cases, a company can be registered online, and that's a very straightforward thing to do. The requirement is that each and every one of the shareholders and the members of the board of directors must have Finnish personal identity codes, and they must also be able to identify themselves electronically. So in practice, they should, for example, have a Finnish bank account that they can use for that. The service is also only available in Finnish and Swedish. So obviously, most foreign-owned companies have to use the traditional paper forms to register their company. When you're registering the company using paper forms, the trade register's handling fee must be paid in advance. There used to be a requirement to pay the share capital of the company in advance as well, but that is no longer necessary since 2019, and it's in fact much easier to register a company without any share capital now. A company needs an address in Finland. If you already have thought about a name for the company, the availability of that name can be checked in advance. Several documents are required in order to register a limited liability company, and several attachments as well. And the forms, the registration forms, must be signed by a board member or a person that the board has authorized to sign on behalf of the company. So the board of directors is important from the very beginning. In order to have a valid board of directors of a Finnish limited liability company, at least one of the members must be a permanent resident of a country belonging to the European Economic Area. And the European Economic Area consists of the European Union countries plus Norway, Iceland, and Liechtenstein. So since Brexit, the UK is no longer a member of this area. And what matters is the country of residence and not the citizenship. So for instance, a British person, a British citizen living in Spain permanently qualifies as a member of the board, whereas a Spanish citizen living in the UK does not qualify as the only permanent European member of the board. There are some exceptions though. A special permit may be granted to a person living permanently in Switzerland or a US or Finnish citizen living permanently in the US. So if there's at least one person like this in the board, it may be an option for your company. However, if the company doesn't have a single permanent resident of the European Economic Area in its board, the company needs to have a Finnish representative. And Companies House Finland can provide also that service for you. After you've started the notification or the registration process, the trade register usually processes the notification in 1 or 2 months. After the registration has been completed, the details of the beneficial owners of the company must be filed with the trade register. In practice, a company also needs a corporate bank account in order to do business in Finland, and also its accounting must be taken care of in accordance with Finnish legislation and accounting practices. Companies House Finland is your one-stop shop for establishing business operations in Finland, and we'll be happy to help you with all the steps that we mentioned in this guide. plus any other need that you may have in order to do business in Finland. So just contact service@companieshouse.fi. Thank you for listening.